In a video a few weeks ago, we talked about homages and copies. And as always in the comments, an argument arose claiming that all dive watches copy the Rolex Submariner. But interestingly, history shows us that the Submariner is also a copy of an earlier watch. Now, before we start this video, I want to make it clear that there is a lot of controversy surrounding this topic. None of us will ever have the absolute truth, but here's some information for you. Now, to start this whole discussion, we need to know about a dive watch brand called Squale. It is a brand that isn't very well known outside of the watch world. And I'm sure that if you saw this watch, the first thing you'd think is that it's just another copy of the Submariner. But you would be quite mistaken. Now, before we get into that, we need to go back to the 1950s. Squale is a brand that has existed since the late 1940s. And what did they do? Well, simply put, they created cases for watches used in water activities. They made cases for well-known brands like Blancpain and Heuer. Now, the story and the gossip says that these watches were created long before the Rolex Submariner. Now I'm going to show you a picture of the Blancpain Squale, and you can tell me if you think the Submariner was inspired by this watch or not. But where is the controversy? Well, it comes from Rolex claiming they were the first to market dive watches, while Blancpain says they created them first and supplied them to the military but never marketed them. Guys, 93% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you like talking about watches and the market, please click the subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you here next time. Regardless of this conversation, I think many comments are right when they say that there is not truly an original design anymore. Most designs will always be inspired by something else. Now, I don't even want to get into the topic of tributes and copies and homages. The truth is we will never know who came first, the chicken or the egg. But without a doubt, the Submariner won, because it is the best-selling and most desired watch. And it is so popular that people believe indisputably that all dive watches pay homage to it. Now, dive watches have such a simple yet successful design that even though many others have tried, there is practically no way to improve it. And the same could be said about the Cartier Tank and the Omega Speedmaster. These are watches that have been relevant and popular for so long that it is very difficult to enhance their design. It is a design that serves a function. Dive watches are designed with easy readability in mind, whether in light or darkness. And once a design is so perfected, it is hard to make any significant changes. Now, interestingly, this design has remained unchanged since the 1950s. To this day, no one has managed to improve the overall dive watch design. They all feature a rotating bezel that can be operated both in and out of the water. They have luminescence to be read in darkness or in the depths. And it is a really timeless design. But please, leave your comments down below. Who do you think was first? And who did all of the others copy?